Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. I am going to do something that I came up with the other night. I don't know if I actually came up with it or not, or if someone else has done it. I've seen Sarah Mac do her ninja swipes, but she does like a puddle pour and then swipes with a tool. Well, the other night I did a strainer pour and then I finger flicked it and made kind of a cool, I guess you could say, tropical looking painting. Let me get it and I'll show you. So creatively I'm calling this the strainer finger flick because I couldn't come up with anything else, but I really like it. And you can see there's some transparency going on, and then the strainers kind of made, you know, leaf looking patterns there and there. And then this kind of looks like a calla lily. That I put a little bit of white in the center, and I believe I smashed it with a balloon. So I might, or no, actually I smashed it with the glove, but I might get a balloon ready real quick in case I need it. And this all came about because I didn't like the centers of my strainer pour when they were done. So I was like, well, let's just balloon smash it, you know, why not? So anyway, that is that. And then before we get started, I'll show you the dry results from last week from our big bloom. And it turned out really pretty. The center, I'm going to do something, I think I'm going to bedazzle it or something with some little gold half rounds or something. I don't know. Where that dark spot is, I need to make it stand out in a good way instead of a bad way. So that's that. And let me get a balloon because I can't find the one I had blown up already. I'm using 2 strainers this time. I used one last time. It was a smaller canvas. This is a 14 by 14 Artist Loft level 3. I'm hoping there's enough length for my flickers. All right, so let's start with our colors. I have Artist Loft White. That's just your regular Artist Loft. I don't have anything else in here. And then I've got Phthalo Cyanine Green, and this is Liquitex Basics Fluid. And I like to mix a bright green with that green. So we've got Folk Art Color Shift Gold Flash. And then on top of that, we're going to do a Golden Phthalo Turquoise. All right, so we'll let that one spread out a little bit. I thought about putting a pillow down, or not a pillow, but you know, a base paint, but then I didn't do it. So I may have to stop and do that in a minute. So let's do this one here since I've already kind of got it started. We'll do, got white in there, we'll do our gold. This is Deco Art 24K. That. Do red. This is Liquitex. We've got Lemon Yellow, Deep, and Primary Red. I mixed those two together. These are Liquitex Basics Fluids as well. And I mixed it with Floetrol and some water. And I think I put some gloss, Creative Inspirations gloss varnish, and medium and varnish in there, just to kind of give it a little shine. So we did that. There's a gnat. I think in the middle of that, I want to do some more white. right there. This one, do I want to twist it? I think I kind of want to twist it before I pull it up. Let's do that. Twist it. Cool. Then I'll put this one here. Kind of pull this one up. It's nice, nice. Here. Move that up. So this one, I think I'm gonna start with a blue. And what blue do we have here? This is Golden Prussian Blue Hue. I think this was a, yes, this was a fluid paint. And then we're gonna go with more red. Want more red? Yeah, let's go more red. And gold. No, no. What do I want? White. I don't know. That has white. Let's just do gold. Gold, gold, gold. Excuse me. Sinuses are crazy today. Put that up. It's here. We'll set this one aside for now and then kind of nudge it in there whenever we're done with this one. So this one, I'm going to start with the color shift. Green, yellow, green. Phthalo cyanine green. Say that 10 times fast. Blue, Prussian blue. Right, let me find a base coat that I can use. What do I have? Might have to mix something up. What have we got here? Well, these are too thin. All right, let me look in my stack of goodies. We have this ready to go, this blue color. This one I'm going to twist the other way. There we go. Gold, and then we'll do white. Just a little bit there. That one was a little more than I intended, but the middle actually looks good on that one. Okay, so the idea is to kind of flick everything up so the vegetation kind of goes in the same direction. So I think I will get a strainer real quick. Here we go. Take this guy. here. Honestly didn't think I was going to be able to do that so gracefully. I'm kind of clumsy. All right, that. Hopefully not too many chunks are in there. I know that's not a great word, chunks. But you know, when you stick with words, or when you say words your whole life, you just kind of say them. I'm just popping the air bubbles. Okay. I'm going to smooth that out a little bit. Where's my spoon? Just use this little one. Alright. Maybe too thin. Oh well, we'll spin it a little bit after we're done flicking anyway, so it'll spin that a little more even, hopefully. Paper towel. Alright, so I think I'm gonna flick now and then see what I need to balloon smash later. I'll probably have to tilt this way to get all this more even, but I think I'm gonna, well, do I want to do that now? I don't know. Let's see. Like I said, I've only done this one other time, so we're learning this technique together. The strainer finger flick. Sounds like a amusement park ride. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the ones up here first, and then move down to these. It just makes sense in my head. So we're gonna do that. And I will start here and just flick it. You can turn your finger to the side. You may get a different result that way, more twisties. Maybe we'll do this one to the side first and see what happens. Uh-oh. That was a little too hard, possibly. But I do like what it leaves here, because it does make it look like a leaf sometimes. But I got some spins. That was cool. All right. And then I'm going to do... Ah! Okay. Big old blopadoodle there. And we'll do another one on this side. Okay. Cool. And then I really like what that looks like. I don't really want to thump in that, but I'll try not to. Let's do that guy. And then we'll turn there. Okay. Did get a little crazy on that one. Okay. And I don't really like the round ends that I'm getting. So I'm just kind of taking my finger and pulling those out so they look more floral. And then over here we have these guys, or this guy. there. Neat. See how it makes it look like a leaf? And then all these little things going up that way. It's really neat. What do we want to do? Something that way? Maybe? Some white. There we go. Okay. And we need some more over here. It's hard to get the flicking to paint ratio correct, but it's so fun. All right. See if I can get these to go down in the middle a little more there. So they meet each other. A whole lot. All right. Let's see what I can do here. There we go. Use your fingers as a tool and your hands as a tool. You don't need anything fancy. Ooh, that looks like a scorpion tail. I love it. I'm a Scorpio, so. All right, let me get this air bubbles out of here. These air bubbles. Okay. I think I do need to flick this a little bit. It just looks too put together. Okay. Very nice. Do I want to balloon smash it? A couple spots I do. All right. I do with my little, here it is. All right, definitely here. That. And that. So I can already tell this paint that I used up here was a little too thin. I shouldn't have thinned it out so much. So it kind of is making the design spread out, but it's also allowing for some cells, so that's not so bad. Okay. So what do you think? Should we spin this? Or let's see one more. Sometimes by smashing this way, you can uncover some colors that were hidden beneath, which could break up a big block. So be aware of that. It's something to think about when you're doing this. This is kind of like not too attractive right now, but let's see what we can do here. Okay, I'm happy with that for the most part. I think we can probably torch it one more time and then spin it. I'm not going to spin this very hard. I just kind of want to get the extra paint over the edges. Let's take a gander. Oh yeah, this is awesome. NJ's strainer finger flick. I don't want to steal it from anybody, so if someone else has done it, that's fine. But I have not seen this done. Just the puddle pours and the ninja swipe. Which you could do this with Swiper if you want. You know, if you want to do it with paint stick or whatever. Spatula. So next time I'm definitely going to make sure that the base paint is the same consistency as the rest of my paints. Just because then there'll be less breakdown of the paints that you're flicking. Because you can tell it kind of thinned them out. You know, they're not as thick as I'd like them to be. Trying to get the paint to go over the edge here. It's being stubborn. Spinaroonie, Spinorama. Let's see, let me look at it. It looks like a underwater seascape. It's definitely more spread out, you know, than I would have wanted it. So we'll have to do another one and, you know, maybe get a better visual of this technique. But I see some pretty gold in there and it's definitely botanical. And if there's something you don't really like, go back on with the balloon smash, you know? It's really amazing how versatile this little balloon can be. Ooh, that looks like a little fish up there. Little Nemo. All right, so here, I don't like how this turned out right here. So I'm just gonna do that. Break up this white a little bit. Here we go. And then here, what else? Here. Got one of those. Just play with it, you know? Don't take it too serious. Ooh, and I sold my first painting on Etsy. I don't know if I said that before or the other day, but I'm pretty excited. It was the sunflower painting that's in my profile picture. So yeah, first official sale. Makes me feel good knowing that someone's going to be enjoying it instead of it just sitting in my studio without a home. Uh-oh. Definitely got a little crazy with that one. That's okay. Kind of a hot mess, actually. The other one I did was so much better. But every time I film, I feel like it's not going to turn out, so I'm cursed. But it's okay. There's worse things in the world. Alright. It's definitely abstract. It's definitely some kind of sea painting or underwater botanical something. See if I can break some of this up just a little bit more. Okay, let's see how much paint is on it. There's a little bit, but is it really going to hurt it? I don't know. Maybe I want to tilt down a little bit. No, I don't. Okay, let's just spin it one more time for good measure. Quiet because I'm just looking at it, seeing what I can do differently. I really don't like it. That blue, I think, really messed me up. But, you know, when you're not prepared, you're not prepared. You don't know what you don't know. All right, so I guess I'm just gonna leave this the way it is, and maybe we'll pour over it next week. But I do have something fun in mind, inspired by this pour, and that is, what if I use something to help me figure out what I want to paint for the next week. So I bought a spinner and I put a bunch of different kinds of fluid art techniques on it. And since this one combined 2 different techniques, I figured I would spin the wheel twice, and whatever it landed on is what I would have to do the next week. So once I touch up these edges, we'll go over to the color wheel, or the prize wheel spinner, and see what we come up with for next week. It could be anything. I mean, I think I put 28 different fluid art techniques on there. So let me get that situated, and we'll go from there. I'm liking this more the more I look at it, actually. So maybe it won't go to the junkyard. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what it looks like when it dries. All right, I'm gonna go get the camera situated and have a couple spins. Be right back. Okay guys, here we are with our prize wheel, which we are gonna call our pour wheel. This is something that would be fun to do every week. Not sure how long we'll do it for, but I think it would be, you know, help us kind of choose what we want to paint for that week, because I don't know about you, but I struggle with that a little bit. I can't decide what I want to paint. So if we do this before the week, we have time to mix our paints and build our strategy. So if you would like to join me in painting your own art and post it on the Minjay's Creations Facebook page, that would be really fun. Show everyone, you know, your work. And we're going to be doing 2 spins, and each spin will have to be combined. So say I spin a straight pour, and then the second spin I do an open cup. You know, that means I have to do something with a straight pour and an open cup, whatever that means to you or me. Use your creativity. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do our first spin on our pour wheel. Alright, looks like we landed on Dirty Cup for our first spin. And let's see what the second spin shows us. Looks like we've landed on a Dutch pour. So we've got a Dirty Cup and a Dutch pour. That'll be fun. So yeah, looking forward to next week when we get to throw those 2 together. Dirty pour and a Dutch pour. And thanks again for joining me today and for painting with me. And thanks for liking and subscribing. And don't forget to share with your friends. So I will talk at you all later. Bye.